keep working. The only I can put y'all's robot on the table.
Right. You have different colors of teams?
Three. Yellow, blue, but they're at Amazon currently in different semifinals.
Okay, so all your teams made it to the semifinals? Mm-hmm. Good job. Do you have you put your robot up here?
Of course, right here.
All right. And then you have a design presentation for us?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You have more of an explanation in a way.
All right, well, however you want to do it. We're ready.
Where do you want to sit
Alright, so you're RoboGators.
Are you going to talk from it? Why don't you set it right up here so we can see it, and then you can take it down before you, unless that gets in the way of your presentation.
Oh, go for
Okay.
So we are RoboGators, Team Green, number 24790 from Christian Academy, Everett, Washington. I'm Max.
I'm Ben. I'm Elena. I'm Liam. I'm Lauren. I'm Izzy. And I'm Jesse.
Okay.
So, yes.
So we have 4 motors and we have 4 sensors. 2 is a color sensor, and then 1's a gyro, and then 1 is a touch sensor.
Which is special for this loop because we require it on our attachment so we don't go over on our faucet machine.
You missed 4 sensors that I'm sure you use. Isn't there a rotation sensor inside your motor?
Oh, those are motors.
They're rotation sensors. That's 4 more sensors.
Oh, those.
Okay, go ahead. Do you have more presentation?
No, they're 2 elements.
Okay. Is this not working for you up here?
No, I think it's because we can see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
And then we also need
Oh, are you gonna run? If you're gonna run, get it off the table. Yeah, I thought you were gonna talk first and then run.
Oh, Lauren, take us through it.
Okay.
So,
So our robot has a box-like figure so that it is small and compact and can fit in small, tight spaces. It also has a caster wheel on the bottom for extra stability and maneuverability.
you have casters on the bottom.
Okay.
And then we have 4 motors, one actuating this lever, this attachment on the, over here, and then we have then we have 3 large motors, 2 for our wheels down here and the casters in the back, and then we have one last large motor which actuates this this arm over here for our pipe replacement
Okay.
removal.
So sometimes your sensor's part of an attachment?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
So what we do is we actually have a little interface here. So what we have is we have a little interface, so that all we have to do is plug it in,
Okay.
and it'll fit right into it, so that's secure.
Okay.
On the back of this, we use pins, so that all we have to do is slide in
Oh,
and
I
plug
see.
in.
yeah.
Except for it's not working for me right.
It always works except when you're in competition or showing it to a
Yeah.
judge.
Yes.
So how long do y'all spend in base changing things out during the competition?
So during competition, we actually have,
It's a loose table.
so we have approximately 1 minute 45 seconds-ish for the actual runs.
Yeah.
About 1 to about 2 minutes, and then we have about 30 seconds for changeovers. So that way we have to be quick and concise. That's why we wanted to make it as simple as possible. And what we used to have is used to have 2 separate loops that would do this mission on its own and then the rest in here.
Okay.
But we decided that that wasn't that consistent because we wanted to shave off time. So instead, we decided to move everything into 1 loop. So that way we just turn squared against this wall and hit this.
Okay.
And Navi, would you like to?
So you're gonna demonstrate this one?
Oh, we're gonna actually demonstrate. We're gonna demonstrate our first loop, and
Okay.
then we can move on to the second.
So this isn't attached to the wall.
So
Yeah.
just let us know if you're
So if you're gonna do it, we need to have one of you guys hold that, like it was glued
Yeah.
down.
So
Okay.
Navi, would you like to actually go over mission strategy?
Okay, so our mission strategy is that we separate it into geographical zones.
Okay,
So like we don't do this part yet. So
okay.
but we have 3 loops currently. So that then instead of 1 loop that does everything, so I have 1 loop fails, then we can just move on to the next one. Whereas the other one.
How do you pick which loop you're gonna run?
So, well, we separated it into different quadrants, like quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3.
I got
And
that.
then we normally just go in order through them, so they organize. So, say,
So each loop is its own program?
Yes.
Okay.
basically, yes.
Okay.
So if we do one loop, then something might get in the way of another one of our loops. So, say we flush the toilet first, and then we have the water roll out here, and it could be an obstruction.
Right.
Now, then we have another loop to do it here. We do that, but we have a way of it just, the water doesn't bother us at all.
Okay.
But sometimes it could get in the way, and then that could mess us up, so then you normally wanna do this section first.
Gotcha.
That one. So that's
Okay.
kinda how we organize it.
All right. Well, show us your
So-
most interesting
Okay,
loop.
so I'll take this through our loop 1.
This loop right here is able to get 125 points.
Okay.
This loop here, 95 points, and then our loop 4 over there is able to get 110 points.
So what's that add up to?
About
340
340.
points.
Wow.
But if the other team does do flow.
You get 10 more.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
This is
so-
our favorite loop because it likes to smash.
Okay, you're gonna hold this?
Oh,
Because it's
no,
not,
it's
oh,
actually.
They don't
gonna do
you're
this.
not gonna do this
We're
one.
gonna do this section first.
Oh, okay. I thought it was facing this way. It's facing that way.
Yeah.
So now this trigger will hit the fountain and we will drop the water.
So that was passive?
Yep,
Okay.
and
one.
then we use
Okay.
a one-way door there to go get the
Right.
pipe. And now we're gonna go for pipe replacement.
Oh,
And usually that band mechanism will hit the green and knock it off. And now we do our water treatment, drop the tripod, and
Were you not supposed to turn there?
No,
so there's actually, in some walls, there's actually dimples like this.
Yeah.
So the side of our robot actually hits that. And that's one thing we found was actually challenging to hit.
Right.
So
That's
that's
got a
why-
big dimple in it.
So after we do that, we actually go to faucet, and that's why we have the touch sensor here.
Okay.
Because we used to run into it, and so we would go past it.
Yeah,
And
and then-
therefore, while coming back,
yeah, we'd be offset and we wouldn't go straight and we'd have to stop our robot.
Is that a change you made after qualifier?
yeah, no, actually,
Yeah.
Yes,
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 it
it
was,
was.
So
actually.
it helped a lot with the consistency.
Okay.
Do y'all have y'all's code? We got about 2 minutes left. Do y'all have any printout? I have this.
Yes, on our
Yeah,
board.
on our board, we have-
Oh, on the board?
Okay, now
so for our programs, we use, we like to compress a lot of our code into my blocks. So what it does is that you can select a line of code and you can compress it down into the my block where you can select values so you can actually change the my block within itself.
Okay.
And that's what we use. We use the gyro. We found that the gyro is actually helpful for turning a lot and also going straight. So in our gyro going straight loop,
Okay.
it's on a fixed line. And so whenever the gyro hits a negative zone, it'll correct back into itself. So
Okay.
that's why it's always like shaking a little, but it's auto-correcting itself.
And so you use the gyro always to go straight?
No, not always.
some of the time though.
For loop 4, if there's a long stretch, we like to use gyro, and also loop 2 and 3, we found some inconsistencies where it would, with a regular block, it would go a little to the left or a little to the right, so we wanted to use gyro there.
How accurate is the gyro?
Gyro is actually pretty accurate, except for if you have
An old gyro.
an old gyro, yeah. If you overused it, we found out that it actually it'll drift, so what it does is, when it's running, it'll keep continuously going to a negative or a positive value.
Okay.
And we solve that by unplugging and replugging, or shut off.
Okay, let's take this off so I can see what he's gonna do now.
They can keep it on, it's
Oh,
doing this part.
So we
Okay.
got time for one last run.
Can you hold this, because it's not attached to the wall?
Yeah, so as you can see, we start, take a 90-degree turn with our
Keep your hand out of the
gyro.
way, probably, so it goes.
And we continue to push the,
Because of the
So this is supposed to go in here.
That's a pretty tight fit, there's not much room there. Are you usually that accurate? Because you're following the wall too, right?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, this is not a
Yeah,
competition
it's not
table.
competition.
Yeah, so don't worry about.
See, that's,
Okay,
So
you gotta-
that's-
you pushed it down and up
that's,
at the
that's where
same
we
time.
added guides to the back of this, so that,
So you're catching on this? Okay.
so we used to actually have just this, where we would plug it in, and we
Follow
two
the
different
wall.
and follow
loops.
the wall.
One
So it was 2 different loops, but that
Gotcha.
was a lot of changeover time.
Well,
Sure,
we're out of time, but thank you guys.
good job.
Thank you so much for volunteering.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you for appreciating it.
Here's your ring and
Yeah, make sure you don't take any of my
Special
toys.
button.
Awesome.
Yeah, I got one
Thank
for
you
you.
too.
It's our special.
Aw,
That's
thanks.
awesome,
Love that.
thanks.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, is this your first judging session?
Second.
Second.
yeah, and core values, and it was a
Alright.
blast.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's a lot.
You can tell us what you did in there, you haven't told us
Do you need
yet,
help with that?
what you do in there.
Oh, well, we would pick from cards, there would be 9 cards that on one side that would show a figure like a train or an airplane, and we picked airplane, so we had to create an airplane with our bodies. and it was so
Oh, my goodness.
Which just so happened to be one of my favorite things.
No,
Alright.
it is your favorite thing.
We gotta get you out of here, you guys did awesome.
Thank you so much.